Hello, we're back again for part two. I'm trying to hold this camera so it doesn't shake like fuck. There we go. We're back with part two. I didn't want to put the two or the one video in the one and make it too long for you. You can start and stop, whatever. This is part two. And in this video, I'm hoping to talk about the tag, the Honest Booktube tag, and a couple of discussions. I just talk shit, pretty much. That's the whole point. The same thing I said again. Any questions, send it to me here tonight. Then next week, we'll have questions to answer. You know what I mean? That's the best way I think of doing this as well too. So if it tags or if I have any discussions, or it doesn't have to be every week. I might do it every fortnight or every, it just depends. But every time you see a beers and books, you know that questions will be answered. That if you just ask me questions, it's not just going to be reviews and stuff. But I'll move on to waffling. That's what happens after I've got 4 beers. I've had four beers in me, and 2 whiskies. So we're getting on rightly. This might be the last one actually. Right. The first question for the Honest Book Tube tag is: have you ever lied about reading a book? No. Not on this, or not as an adult. Maybe when I was a child. In school. Aye, I've maybe done that, and when they turn around to give you homework and they say you're reading this, and you were like, aye, fuck, I definitely read that book last night, miss. Do you know? That would probably be the only time I would lie about reading. Number two, have you ever avoided a book because of a controversial book or author? Nah. Well, I think I said this before. There's a book that I love, or an author that I love, Michael Moorcock. There's a book that he wrote that I would never read because I just know I wouldn't like it. And it's Becoming the Man or something it's called. I think that's what it's called. It's like him taking the Jesus character and making him into like a joke sort of thing of it. And I like Michael Moorcock, and I've never ever read it because I thought if I read it, it might piss me off and I don't want to read any more stuff. So I just kind of just stay away from it. I know it's not for me. I'm not the sort of person to judge anybody. Michael Moorcock doesn't believe, that's fine. But I just know the book's not for me, and I just stay away. So what's a book I have avoided? Yeah, that's the question. Right then. Have you ever had a book you avoided? It's just that one. Because I like him as a writer, but I just don't think I like that one. Have you ever, question number 3, have you ever been sent a book for free, never told about it? No, fuck. This thing's not staying that. Piss me off. No. He's just gonna send me fucking books. Fuck's sake, I'm only starting this thing. 4. Have you ever bought a book with no intention of reading it? Nah. What would be the point? You could, like, if you wanted something that was like looked lovely, like a book that looked lovely in your case, and it was like, you know, or a signed edition or something. But I don't have anything like that. But I can see why you would get that book. You know. Number 5. Have you ever been caught up in YouTube drama? No yet. Maybe someday. I don't know. I don't know if I would. I don't care for drama. I'm easy going. I'm a kind of bunter. If a person's pissed off, I'll joke about maybe with them for a while, and then if there's no chance of getting back to the same page, I'd stop and be like, right, well, maybe me and you just don't get on and move away. But drowning, nah. I know it's still age, but if a nature to look after people, I know that. So, say there's a friend or a booktuber that I'm quite friendly with, and there's another booktuber or or a person that's commenting on them on their channel, and they're being nasty or being like just fucking dickheads as you get everywhere. I might get caught in the drama then because I would be sort of person that would jump in and try and I couldn't sit back and let a friend get abuse. Does that make sense? It's not my nature. Could do that. So if there's somebody, like, say there's a booktuber or anybody that's getting bad comment or something, I'll be the one that's jumping in there and saying some bad bag or maybe that's my nature. So I've not yet, but maybe someday we'll see. Number 6. Have you ever had a comment that you did not, or a bad comment, a hate comment that you didn't respond to? No, not yet. Everybody's been so nice. That's one of the things I can say about BookTube. It's lovely. But definitely not this new tobacco I bought this new tobacco. And there's no stain lit because it must be still too moist. Maybe it's that fucking lighter. But no. Everybody has been so lovely. It's a great wee community that we're making. We're all friends. That's the way I look at it. If we get the odd wee fucker that comes in and gives a bad comment, you just block them. Block them. That's the way I look at that, do you think? You all get haters, like. You'll always get haters. But they're just haters because they're not happy in themselves and they want to just bring everybody else down. But you're better off just fucking ignoring them and kicking them out. So number 7, have you made a video to get views? No. No. I made my videos all for me. It started off for me. I'd done this at the very start and I honestly thought there'd be nobody watching it. So I said to my wife at the very start, if I'm going to start this booktube and all, and it was a big deal to me. Anybody that's been following me for a while, like Mike and a few others, like, they'll know it was a big deal for me. I overthought it. I was worried and I thought, fuck, get me out there and all in the world with the internet. It's going to be dodgy. Or I'm not really interested in it, but I just don't like that sort of being out there. And yeah, I was a wee bit at the start worried, and I'm definitely not in this for the views. I'm definitely not in this for the subscriber count. I'm in it for the books. I wanted to talk to people, and I thought I wanted to log my thoughts. And if I got one person to pick up a novel or a book or got them interested, then it was worth it. But the also other point, as I've said this many times too, was I wanted to make this channel for a place for me to communicate with other booktubers because I've been a lurker for years. You might not know who I was, but my other names, and there's a few, was OS10, US10, or Eternal Champion, and Arsenal NI. They were names I used because I like Arsenal Football Club. And I used the name for years. And I've commented on loads of booktubers, and not lots, but the odd time. And then I decided I'll make my own. and go with the fucking flow pretty much and see how it goes out. But when I started it, I was not thinking I would get many. It was all for me and to log my thoughts. And to see that I've got 99 subscribers, that means a lot to me, because I said to my wife in like November when I started my first video, which is very like me just holding the camera shaking like fucking, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I still don't know what I'm doing. But I said to her, I'll go for it. She pretty much says, aye, you love it, go for it. But I said to her, if I get at least 50 people, I says, if I get at least 50 subscribers from now until I'm an old man. And one of the reasons why I called it Eternal Reading, because I said to her, I'm going to do it forever. I have to, because if it didn't, and I nearly, as I says in again in our videos, I always feel like I'm repeating myself. I nearly gave up because I freaked out, and then Mike helped me, and that book Weird Frequencies helped me. Kind of something I've just sewn into and just focusing it. And I am Eternal Reading, and I'm going to be here eternally. I can say that. There might be times where I'm out for me for a month or two, if I'm not well or something, you know. But I think I'm here in the long haul forever, and I think I'll be in the comments with you all forever, if that makes sense. I'm going to be texting you or commenting on you, and maybe if I don't make videos every week or two, that's fine, but I'm here eternally. That was the whole fucking point. That was the whole reason of it. And yeah, it says it's a drunken head talking now, but this is what makes it interesting, isn't it? But nah, as I say, it was a big deal for me. So we'll just say that I'm still here. I'm here forever. So I'm not here for views. That's the question. Have you made videos to get views? No. That was all for the mind, for me. And getting views is nice because I get to talk to people. But I'm not for the views. I'm not for numbers. Never was. I'm not for lists either. So we'll just say that. I don't want to go on and on again. But yeah, thank you very much, every one of you that subscribed and sitting with me talking shit here on fucking Thursday night. Hopefully you'll see me here in 20 years' time. Number 8. If you could go back to the beginning of your channel, what would you change? Very simple. I would be more open. Show myself earlier on than first videos. I was a bit scared, and I would go back and just say, have that sort of mindset of fuck it, just go for the flow, which I did get now, or I do have now, but it took a while to get that. So it did. And that was the only thing. That'd be the only thing. That's the only fucking thing. 9. Any challenge you wish you could be like? No. I am who I am. I can't change who I am. I don't want to be like anybody else. I know there's a few channels that I look at and wish I had their skill. I'll say that. But to be like them, no. The channel I've watched for years, 4 years now, and he doesn't release that many videos. Maybe release a video every few months. And see, when a video comes up, I'm like, I'm gonna put his name in the description so if he watches this. Maybe embarrass myself, like, but when he has a video out, I'm like, fuck, he's got a new one, and I'm all excited, and I'll watch it straight away from start to finish, and I'll watch it a couple of times actually, because what he does with his videos with his music and he plays guitar. I think that's his music he's playing, and then what he does with images with his camera, picking wildlife and stuff, and just like, flowers and scenery, and then it'll go back to him talking. The editing's very good, and then it's the books, it's the content as well that he's talking about, and it's also the things that he says, and he picks out certain passages in novels and gives his deep thought on them. And yeah, I know I'm fanboying here, like, but it's Sherge Tube. Can't even fucking say it. Okay. He hasn't made a bad video for the 4 odd years that I've watched him. I think when his very first video, I was there as a viewer, a lurker, to say. Never really said much, like, maybe said the odd comment. But I hope someday that my videos could be at that quality, where I could actually play music, mix it in with the review and show things. I don't think I'll ever get there because it's a lot of work and I just don't have the time. I've got kids and job and stuff like that. But if I could make a video weekly for every book, and I had to pick a channel that I wanted my reviews to be like, it's Sherge Tube. And I'll put the description in. If anybody's watching me and they're not sure who I'm talking about, I'll put his name in. Like, he might fucking cringe because he's got me here talking about him, but yeah. It's the channel I wish it's the channel that I wish my videos to kind of be kind of like, that sort of the way. But I don't want to be, I mean, I've got my own books in my own ways, but it's just that sort of structure. Yeah. Discussions about banned books. Now this is going to get interesting. This fucking tobacco's not working for me, like, because there's no staying lit. But I read the comment you make there about the discussions of banned books, and I still stay by that. Look at that, look. Coast stuck to it, look. See that? Oh, brilliant. Banned books. Should books be banned? No. Why? Because words don't hurt you. I've said this many times for years. Words do not hurt you. If you're offended by words, there's something wrong with you as an individual. Shut the book, or don't listen to it. Let people speak their mind. It may not be what you agree with, but you see that as soon as you shut them down, in history and culture, it proves that it's the wrong thing to do. And I've said this in the comment with Mike, it's like, the best way of putting it is, to ban a book or to silence a person, it's because you're scared or you've got fear of what they're trying to say doesn't agree with what your idol, what you are or what you think. So it's fear first. With anything to do with fear, will always, and I say this in Mike's comment, and it's true, like, you just think about it and it's fucking 100%. Anything to do with fear first will always turn to hate. And then after hate, it's evil. That's only 3 things, 3 steps. And you may think, oh, so you're talking shit, like, fucking full of shit. But we'll think about it a minute. So banned books. What religion will we pick? What culture will we pick? You can pick loads. They're there, like. You get a culture or a group of country that's banned books. That wasn't because, it was because of fear. But I never fixed anything. That fear turned to hate then. Hatred of a culture, or hatred of a person, or hatred of a religion, or hatred of whatever. And then what happened after that hatred? It turned into evil. When you had children going into gas chambers, and you had the Russians killing their own people because they were speaking against their government, or you had Muslims killing Christians because it was talking against their own Quran, or you had Christians killing other ones, too. You had, you just go back in history, and it's that, it goes back and back and back and back. But at the end of the day, when you go to the first point, words can't hurt you. Now, at the end of the day, I'm always a Christian. I always go with what Jesus is, and love all, and blah blah. And it's true because, like, I don't agree with the Quran, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to turn around and say, burn it, kill them all. You know what I mean? That becomes fear and hatred and evil. You have to let them speak their mind. Or even in religion, in Northern Ireland, you have Protestants, Catholics, or in America. I know this is maybe getting a bit controversial here, like, but you've got you've loads of different religions, you have loads of different cultures, and you have race things that went in America. I know this is controversial, but we'll say it, like, fucking nobody's scared here. It's true. It's history. It always starts off with fear. That's the first step. So should we ban books? When you think of it in that context? Nah. You should let people read whatever the fuck they want to read. Do you have to agree with it? No. Can you debate about it? Yes. In a civil manner. But I will say this, and I've said this in the comment, but this is now me talking normal. We have to protect the little ones. The little ones' minds haven't developed fully yet. They're still learning the world. The world is a cruel, bad place. You can't be putting things in their head that's not them. Or good morality, so I think in the younger schools we should not be putting books that are sexualized or violence, and from the ages from 5 to 11 or 12, they should be looked after. We should, as a human race, or as adults or as parents, look after our young ones. We have to, because fuck, it all says there to look after them. The parents should have the final say as well. That's another thing I said. I know America have it different, so different states and all, and they have their different sort of say. But I do believe that every parent should have the final say of their child's education, because they know their child more than anybody. At the end of the day, it's their fucking way. What's this getting deep now, isn't it? But that's what I think. Should you ban books again? Big fat no. And if you do, if you're that person that you think you should ban the book, you have to think, what's scaring you? Because it's always fear first. So always fucking fear. Something there that scares you. You're scared of your child. Maybe reading these books comes again where that's where parents should have control. And we should have common sense as adults. Adults should have a bit of common sense to know the children. We have to protect the children. I'll say that as well. That's that big thing. But see, if you're an adult, and you get a certain age, like, and you're an adult and you're a thinker, your brain's developed, you should be able to read what you want and not be worried about it. Or write what you want and not be worried about it, because words cannot hurt you. It's when it goes to the other level. It's when fear turns to hatred, and then hatred turns to evil. That's when people get hurt. It's common sense when you think about it. So that is my discussion Mike about book banning. So it is. My other discussion was for Derek Green, and he talked about if a person's stuck and like don't know what to read next, and you're in a rut for you think you should be learning things and studying things, and you know your book cult, you know you're in your book culture of your life. You're thinking to yourself, you feel bad to yourself because you're thinking I'm reading this, but I should be reading that, and that's not the way to look at it. I done that myself. I said a comment to you, Derek, where with fantasy, and I was thinking I shouldn't be reading fantasy now. I'm 30. I'm 38 now, like, but when I was 30, I should be reading this now. I've read all this. I should be moving on to more classics and more. I should be thinking history, and I should be doing this, that, and the other. And you don't enjoy it then because you're overthinking it. You're you're making it into. You're trying to make yourself instead of just letting your heart and your own personality make yourself. We are who we are. You can't change who we are, and you'll try. Oh, but I don't. I say you were saying you want to read about dinosaurs and read about animals and all. And fucking read about them. That's what you should be reading about then now. And next week it could be different. And the week after that it could be even different. And as it says, every day's a new day, a new book, new thought. We're here to learn. You know, you don't be letting books bring you down in a sense where you're doing something wrong, because you're not, because you can only live one day at a time, and you can only read one fucking page at a time. So there's your answer there. One page at a time. One sentence. One fucking sentence at a time. You know? Can't go wrong. And then go on to the next one. You know, there's obviously different readers that will read multiple books. Like, I don't know how you do that. But enjoy your books, Derek. One day at a time. And every book's a gift. And your channel, please don't be hesitant of what you put on it, thinking that's not what I want this, or I'm trying to make this YouTube community. I'm trying to make a certain style of books on my channel. That's fucking fucked. You can't. How the fuck you can't do that, because everybody's different and everybody changes. Like, if I was doing this since I was 20, I know for a fact that this channel, or what the books I'm reading at the minute, would be the same books that I was reading when I was 20. So why worry about that shit? Like, you just read review what you're reading, and the viewers will come and go for what your interests are, but your friends will stay. You know, and that's the best way of putting it for me. I'll be around, mate. Don't worry. I'll watch all your reviews of your any books you're interested in, because you find that whenever there's a discussion about a book that you didn't know anything about, your curiosity clicks in anyway. So yeah, that's my discussion there, Derek. And there's 2 fucking videos you have tonight. The second one I'm a wee bit more whoopsie. But that's the beauty of beers and books. He's get me as me, and I hope I get yous as yous. And any comments you want to put in the comments, say questions. Next week I'll answer them. We're all friends here.